Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I'm a transgender woman and I talk about all things horror. Today I'm talking about another one of those, I can't remember what they call it, anthology films called Deadtime Stories. I used to think I hated anthology films, even though I really liked Tales from the Hood and Tales from the Dark Side and Twilight Zone. I just was apprehensive about watching other anthology films. But the more I started watching them, the more I fell in love with them. Like Creepshow and Cat's Eye. Those are great fucking movies. Deadtime Stories is right up there with the rest of them. The wraparound story is pretty neat. Not as cool as Creepshow, but it gets your attention. You know, it's a little boy that can't sleep because there's a literal monster in his closet that's tormenting him. And I guess it's his uncle that's babysitting him, and his uncle just wants to go watch, the Skinamax on the TV, basically. The nudity. He makes it very clear that, hey, there's nudity on TV, I gotta watch it, right now, kid, shut the fuck up and go to bed. Because the uncle just wants to jerk off. And he can't do that with the kid in the room because, obviously, that would be bad news bears. But he, so he's like, alright, tell me a story. So the stories are kind of like horror reinterpretations of your typical fairy tales. You've got one that's kind of loosely, I guess, it's about three witches. So I don't really know what that one's based on. But then you have one that's based on Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then I forget the middle one. And I just watched it a week ago. But I've seen 30 horror movies since then. But they're all based on fairy tales. Oh, it's Little Red Riding Hood. That's right. It's a werewolf reinterpretation of Little Red Riding Hood. The wraparound story is pretty cool. There's only 3 of the stories, the short films. The Red Riding one, I think, is the one that goes on the longest, but it's also the best one, so that's okay with me. The one with the witches is pretty cool. The first 2 have pretty standard horror vibes with a little bit of camp, but not too much. The third one, that's the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, they camp it up to 10, and it's fucking awesome. So the Three Bears are actually criminals who escape from either prison or an escape asylum, I don't remember which one. And Goldilocks is this psychic Carrie type person who uses her powers to kill people. And there's a subplot with the police are tracking down the serial killer, but also the I guess bank robbers. And then they sort of meet up, the bank robbers, the bears, and Goldilocks, and then they have their confrontation, and it's really cool. And then the police show up, and it's really the police are fucking hilarious. Because they're the most incompetent police you'll ever meet. They are so incompetent. They make stormtroopers from Star Wars look like actual target killers. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, I really like this movie. And as with all the other anthologies I've seen, I'm going to recommend this as a buy. You want it in your collection. This is a really good companion to Creepshow and Cat's Eye and some of those other ones. I think it's a damn good time, and you're going to love it. So definitely check it out, and stay cool.